As Donna said, I've actually been exposed to early childhood for just the past year. Prior to that, I spent 30 years as a professional skeptic, in other words, a newspaper columnist. And so, you know, I come to these things, to all things, with a certain amount of skepticism. And I guess like a lot of people, until I started this position a year ago, I used to think of education as what? We think of it, we tend to traditionally think of it as K-12, correct? Mm-hmm. Three things have changed my mind on that topic. The first is my wife took a job up in Grand Blanc. I just live about 25 miles from here, as a parents and teachers home visit provider. And what she would do is she would go around and visit with parents in their homes and give little developmental tests to kids, you know, 1, 2, 3, to make sure that they were hitting their developmental standards. And she would come home and tell me about this. And, you know, at first I wasn't interested, but then she came home so often with stories about, well, through this test, just by giving this little silly, you know, these little silly tests, you know, she was able to get kids into programs for helps for things that they didn't know. She would detect all the time hearing problems that would affect learning and problems like that, and steer these kids and their parents into these programs that made sure that when that child gets to kindergarten, they're ready to learn. And there was a study done last year on Michigan kindergarten teachers in Michigan, or a survey of Michigan kindergarten teachers. These are the experts. These are the ones on the front lines. They see 1/3 of all kids. 1/3 of all the kids they see in Michigan coming into their schools, into their kindergarten classrooms, aren't ready to do the work for social reasons. They don't socialize well. For physical reasons, they didn't get the proper, their moms didn't get the proper prenatal care, or other health reasons, things like that. 1/3 of all kids in Michigan schools not ready to do the work. And I think the research, he's right, the research is ridiculously clear that if you do not get off to a great start, or a good start even, in kindergarten, you are much less likely to do well as you go down the road in school and life. The other two experiences real quick, and then I'll pass this on. I'm a journalist at heart still, and one of the projects I'm doing for ECIC is a thing called Born in Michigan, and it's an audio-visual series where I'm going around the state interviewing and doing AV pieces on parents and their children in different socioeconomic circumstances. In fact, I just finished one here right in Oakland County last month. It hasn't seen the light of day yet, but it was interesting to see how many different problems people all across the state are having in terms of getting and keeping quality child care. When we think of early childhood, we always get that feeling, oh, it's just educational. No, that's not it at all. It's quality child care, it's prenatal care, it's home visits, it's a whole gamut of things. But it's been very interesting to see these parents in different circumstances across the state. Wealthy parents, not wealthy parents, and they're all struggling with this same issue. Lastly, real quick, just 1 year of researching this topic with a journalist's eye has convinced me beyond a shadow of a doubt, and again, I'm a professional skeptic, that education these days, we have to get rid of that notion that it's a K-12 prospect. It's not a K-12 prospect. Education is a birth to 12 and beyond prospect, and I'm really looking forward to hearing your thoughts about that today. Thank you very much.